How's it going, everyone? Today I'm here to do a bit of a rush job talking about Battlemarked, which is basically Demeo with Dungeons and Dragons. And the reason it's a rush job is tomorrow I'm out doing something pretty special, checking out a game, an upcoming game that I think everyone is going to enjoy. But for the last couple of days I've been playing Battlemarked, and I gotta say I absolutely love it. Now normally in Demeo I always feel the games are better played in multiplayer, but Battlemarked has actually been really fun to play on my own. Now the only negative I can find in this compared to Demeo is the characters don't have any animations, and I seem to remember, and I could be wrong, the Demeo had character animations, so these models never move, but that really doesn't change how good the game is. In fact, I really enjoy this as a single player. It feels like you're playing like a Lord of the Rings style game. Now I've personally never played Dungeons and Dragons, so maybe they are very similar, like there's goblins, there's ice trolls, there's a lot of magical lands that you get to explore, but there's 6 books in total, and I've played the first book on PSVR2 and I've started the second book, which are the 2 available to you when you start the game on Meta Quest. One thing I don't know is that whether Meta Quest has mixed reality mode. I'm assuming it does, but I didn't get to check it out. But either way, graphically I think the game looks stellar. I think the animations are really cool. There's a lot of voice work in this game, there's a lot of story to be told, and overall it's been really compelling and exceptionally challenging. I would have actually played more of this game to do this video for you today, but I got really stuck at the end of the first book, which, as I said, I played on PSVR2, and that's because there is a colossal boss battle that is unlike anything I played in Demeo. Personally, I found it really tough to get through, and just like Demeo before it, it's all about getting your right character classes. So my first loadout was a dwarf, which I keep using because I think he's absolutely brilliant. He's like the rock of your lineup. He's got really good up close fighting ability. Then I used the stealth character because when your people are all going down, she's the one you can make go invisible and then basically place her outside to keep everyone else alive, and she can also then go and get all your chests and stuff. That's how I play it anyway. I always take an archer, so then I can do long distance attacks, and normally a tank, and the tanks normally have all the healing abilities. So there is a learning curve to it, and if you've played Demeo before, you'll understand, or even any, I guess, board games like this, you'll know exactly what to expect. But as I said, just playing this single player has been absolutely brilliant, and the time just flies by, and it's definitely got that one more go. And if you was going to ask me about gameplay length, because there's 6 books, the first book took me 4 hours to complete. So I think there's a lot of gameplay here, especially for single player, and then to play it again in multiplayer would definitely make it awesome. Now something that is different from Demeo is you can actually choose or customize your own character, and then as you play the game you get XP. You can then choose to level up that character and certain abilities. I think there's 3. It's like strength, defense, and maybe something else, because I used the dwarf guy for this, and I think his was all about ranged attacks. And just like Demeo before it, you've still got the same dice that you have to roll, and it's just as frustrating when you get to miss a go. It's so frustrating, but also you've still got the critical attacks. And interestingly, I've actually played a little bit of this on Steam Deck, so you can play this flat screen. I don't know if you have your PSVR2 turned off, you can play it on a flat screen as well. Maybe that's the case. I haven't tried it yet, but personally, because I have PSVR2, I would only want to play it in VR. The graphics are absolutely brilliant. Like wherever you want to look to check if they bothered to actually animate like the water, for example, around one of the levels, they have. And yeah, overall it's just been, 1, a brilliant gameplay experience, but 2, there's such a big learning curve to it as well, using all the different elements like throwing oil on one of your opponents and then setting them alight, or using poisonous clouds to your advantage to set them alight. And obviously every single character has special abilities. Something I didn't know before, maybe this is a new thing, is that when you have your deck of cards in your hand, every time you use them you get like a little meter that goes around, and this unlocks more cards, and what you can do is dispense of those cards to put towards that meter to then unlock further cards on the next go. Obviously it's a strategy game. It's full of those moments where you just want to stop for a minute and have a think, like, how do I handle this situation? And that was never more true than when I come across this boss. It was super tough, and there's still some things I don't understand. Like for example, when the boss lays out like this giant red grid, every card you use just doesn't seem to work, which is really frustrating, and only melee attacks seem to work, which is fine if you've got the archer and the dwarf. And if you was to ask me, is this better than Demeo, I would actually say yes. Like, I didn't really enjoy playing Demeo on its own, own. But I would say Battlemarked really has that single player campaign locked down. There's a lot of story, a lot of characters you get to interact with. There's interactive dialogue, so when you go to like an inn, you can talk to all the characters. There's also like surprise events, so suddenly while you're playing, it will tell you that, oh, you've just found this particular thing, and if you roll higher than a certain number, you get to find out what it is, or it can turn against you. It could be something to eat, it could be something to avoid. So that's something new for this game I've not seen in Demeo. But as far as I'm concerned, Battlemarked is an absolutely brilliant game, and I think if you're on the fence about buying it, I would definitely check it out. If you've ever enjoyed Demeo or enjoyed anything that is a strategy game, I think it's definitely worth picking up. And I think the VR mode looks fantastic. When you're zooming in and out using the camera, it just looks fantastic. So that's it. There's my thoughts. I hope this helps you. It's all I can do today. I promised you I'd try and make a Battlemarked video, and in my opinion, it gets a massive thumbs up. I really enjoyed myself playing this, and hopefully maybe on Saturday or Sunday I'll let people know in Discord and we can maybe get together and do a multiplayer session, and I'll see you all down in the comments. Thank you for watching.